Alright. Alright, part 3. I'm so stoked for this one. I've been really wanting to see what the Ike part is all about, and the full-on, like, you know, absolutely open war that has been advertised up to this point. I think it's finally going to, you know. Alright, this is what we saw. Before departing the capital once again, and now we are going to follow Ike after getting info about the Black Knight being alive. So Ike is probably heading to Diane.
The Queen's words hang heavy over Ike as he leads the mercenary group back to their headquarters.
The thing is, because of the cinematic that was used to like advertise this, I'm expecting more of a Bennion focused part in here, but well. Alright, back with the Grill Mercenaries. So yeah, completely different cast suddenly. Wow, how long has it been since we were here? It sure feels great to be at home. Yeah, we've been away for too long. Dealing with Crimean nobles always seems to take longer than it should. At least now we can finally get some rest. But still, it was nice to be needed, don't you think? Especially for a band of mercenaries as poor as we are. You know, Ike, if you hadn't renounced your lordship, we wouldn't have to run around like this to support ourselves. Missed. I know. I'm just teasing you, silly. Besides, I'd rather spend my time helping people. Who wants to live like some overstuffed noble anyway? Definitely not me. We have Father's legacy to look after as well. The Grill Mercenaries. Ike, a visitor to see you. A visitor? Who is it? Oh, Ranulf. Well, this might be the tie to Crimea that I was looking for, maybe. If Ranulf suddenly gives us a reason to, instead of go to dying, we go to Gallia. Long time no see, Ike. I've been looking all over Crimea for you. You're never home. Ranulf, how are you, my old friend? How's everyone in Gallia? Is Kainek as well? Everyone's doing great. We Legos don't take ill too easy, so it's hard not to be well. Seeing you again brings back memories. We couldn't have won the war if not for Gallia's aid. And yours especially. Well, same goes for you. Who knows where Gallia would be if not for Ike and the Grill Mercenaries? Speaking of old friends, I saw Princess Leanne in the Crimean royal court. Apparently she'd been looking for me too. She said, please save my brothers. Do you know what she's talking about? So she's hurt. Let me get straight to the point, Ike. I have some bad news. War has come to us once again. Here it is. Here it is. It's Bennion. Has to be Bennion. So, we know of Leanne's placement and we know of Raphael's placement. If she said save our brothers plural, that means Rayson might have been killed there. What? The Lagus Alliance, which is made up of Gallia, Phoenicis, and Kilbas. Phoenicis is Hawks and Kilbas is Ravens, pretty sure. Is setting out against Bennion. Oh no, they are the ones attacking Bennion. The situation has escalated very quickly. Escalated seems a bit soft. I know there are problems between the Lagus and Bennion, but I thought things were getting better. Raphael, the eldest son of the Herons, brought back some disturbing news from Diane. He learned that Bennion senators ordered the Herons' extermination. This spurred the Lagus to strike against Bennion. That's why I came looking for you, Ike. We need your help. Oh no, it's not.
Raphael, eldest prince of the Heron clan, returned.
Oh yeah, true. Raphael is in Diane. Raphael was going to Gallia by the end of part 1.
The shocking story he relates ignites a terrible fury in the hearts of the Lagus.
And he's telling them that the Banyan senators were the ones that caused the Serenes Forest massacre.
The Heron clan, as
All
well as
right.
the burning of their home, the Serenes Forest.
Serenes.
Murder and the resulting catastrophe were long thought to be the work of
Fucking Oceanary Sprite. It's just massive.
Now, however, Prince Raphael, a survivor of the massacre,
Survivor of the massacre reveals those directly responsible. Yeah, I thought he might have been directly involved in the massacre.
than the senators of Benyan.
Oh, Lekain? Maybe not Lekain directly, but the fact that they used
Hearing this,
Lekain's sprite
the
there.
King Tibarn is consumed with an unspeakable rage.
And yeah, Tibarn
He
would be
shares
one to
this
act
information with the Raven
that
King
way.
Sala and the Beast King Canegis, and they form a Laguz alliance.
Alright.
Together with the royal family,
Saying this, the situation escalated quickly, yeah, is definitely an understatement. Like,
from the senators.
so this all just happened off screen.
Buffs their requests,
We are getting
however,
told, and
denying
war is
any
starting.
wrongdoing and
Okay.
refusing to investigate Raphael's claims, as if to emphasize their decision to silence the Laguz inquiries. The Empire goes so far as to murder an alliance messenger. This
Alright.
act of arrogant defiance pushes the alliance into declaring war upon the Benyan Empire.
Well, I have to say, so far, very understandable from the Laguz side.
Considers the merits of attempting to simply overpower Benyan. He recognizes, however, that pitting brute force against Benyan's magic and tactical prowess will result in massive alliance casualties. He
And so
decides to
he-
enlist
yeah.
the strength and knowledge of his old wartime ally, Ike, and the Grail mercenaries. Ike is an acquaintance of Benyan's
Interesting.
apostle, however, and is at first reluctant to become involved in the conflict.
Yeah, I was going to say that, like, it's not
Yet, when
like
he
we
sees
are-
the senator's cold-blooded murder of the alliance
like we are
messenger,
absolutely against everyone in Benyon, but this doesn't seem to be Sanaki's work. I do trust
determined to
Sanaki.
force the senators to answer for their crimes. He agrees to help the Laguz alliance.
Alright then. Yeah. Prologue. The Great Advance. I have to be a bit critical about this. Like, I've been saying so many great things about the story. This is just too sudden. Considering the great amount of time they took to build up some conflicts, was it that difficult to have the, I don't know, the prologue be a battle of Ike? Like Ike unknowingly engaging some Benyon soldiers while protecting Ranulf or some sort of shit. Very similar to the Leang thing that happened with Elincia. You know? You're engaging some enemies, and at the end of the chapter you are told what the conflict is all about, why they are attacking Ranulf, something like that. I just feel it would hit more than just, okay, here's the facts, this happened, and now this is all fucking happening, and Ike basically just took his decision off screen and we're in a war council to go against Benyon. A bit too sudden, if you ask me. A bit too sudden, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt for now. Let's see. Rhaegar is close now. It's a fortress city near the Benyon border. We'll storm the city at night and hit them fast enough that the troops inside the fortress won't have time to take their positions. Yes, finally a chance to rend my foes. But I would oh no, this is not Kaineges. Screamer. Yeah, I did think, like, didn't Kaineges have a beard? Screamer. I've never heard of this guy. Looks like a lion though. But I would rather have a head-on fight. Why do we wait until nightfall? Like a pack of cowards? What's our role in this? I want the Green Mercenaries to act as a guerrilla force. Take out their fire mages and ballista. They're really bad news for Laguz. Bah, enough talking. To the battlefield to taste my enemy's fear. No more waiting. No, Screamer. This isn't the kind of fight where a general takes the field. You should stay behind. Are you insane? Oh, I'll fight. A general of Gallia does not hide behind his men. Leave this tactics garbage to the Beorg. We need only our claws and teeth. I call an end to this meeting. Time to kill. No, wait, a screamer. Blast. Are you okay? Yeah, that thick-headed fool. This will be his first major battle. Hopefully he won't get his teeth kicked out. How about you, Ike? Are you sure about this? Sure about what? Well, you know. You're Beorg, I'm Laguz. You sure you want to take our side? The Laguz Alliance is in the right, Ranulf. The Senate is actively ignoring you, and worse, they are murdering your messengers. Why shouldn't we help you get the Senate's attention? I'm sure my people understand. Besides, I would never abandon a friend in need. Thanks, Ike. Alright. For years and years and years, I've been bombarded with Ranulf and Ike doing some unholy stuff, and I finally get the basis of it, I guess. You're right. Oh, nothing, don't worry about me. You can talk to me. Would you be Beorg into our affairs? Nah, it's a job. Don't worry about it. What about the Black Knight? Yeah, I'm going to hold out on that. Okay, yeah. It's very weird then how like that makes the end of part 2 not make a lot of sense. Because it seems like Alincia's information being conveyed to Ike was going to be like the spark to ignite part 3, and then suddenly part 3 is about a whole different thing. That I have to say is a bit weird. But okay. You're a Screamer. Screamer is King Kainige's nephew. On track to become the next king of Gallia. Yeah, they do seem related. Successor to Kainiges, he must be an absolute terror in battle. Absolutely. Okay. Tell you about it some other time, alright. The dinner, Ranulf. You can come to talk to me anytime you want. Okay. Then there's Mist. They want you to come along. I'm not going to make the same. Okay, well, that's sad. Everyone in the Green Mercenary is part of a family, and we follow the commander, no matter what. When we're out in the battlefield, stay where I can see you, promise Ike. Okay. I wonder if they'll be promoted, all of them, or how it's going to work. Ike, Beorg hero, how are you? Pretty good. Gifkan Ranulf told me about you. You're a skilled warrior, right? Don't think I'm a pushover. Don't be humble. My uncle, my king, also told me about you. Observe Ike and learn his skills. Then you shall become even stronger. Alright then. Lions are the strongest of the beast tribe. I've been trained to fight by the king himself. I was going to fight in the Mad King's War, but my uncle forbade it, because I still had much to learn. Yeah, you kind of didn't show up at all in Path of Radiance, so I was thinking about that. Okay. And Feast or Famine? What do you think? The foods of the beast tribe. Oscar, you're a chef? Yeah, I knew Oscar is a lot about food, cooking, eating. It's interesting. Alright then. I guess a Beorg couldn't possibly eat as much as someone from the beast tribe. Maybe he would. Actually, he would definitely. Yeah, especially the ribs and steaks. Okay. Yeah, they are just going to... Okay, yeah, so the characters we... No. No supports available. What characters do we actually have? Who's that? A huge sword of overwhelming power. Yeah, absolutely huge. 17 weight. What the fuck? Well, yeah, only I can wield it. It's 12 might, so it's absolutely crazy. We also have, it's 50 uses. It's pretty good to have. Only show he's a hero. On base, S swords, okay. I like it. We have, Axe Paladin. Yeah, it seems like they nerfed paladins a little bit, probably because they get an extra promo. Because I know this game has like 3 tiers of promotion. Okay. So far, I like what I'm seeing in terms of stats too. Well, there had to be someone that... You're a cleric. Why would you be a cleric? You can use swords, but you're a fucking cleric. Are you... Where's your movement? You have 7 movement. But you're not on a horse anymore. You have the floret and miracle. Lightweight blade that says if... 1 to range? Uses magic? 45 uses 40 might. Okay, wait. We might have something going on here after all. Being able to use Elite, that's pretty cool. Mia, absolutely insane. Swordmaster, not a lot of strength, but very, very high speed and skill. And A rank in swords, not S rank for some reason. Vantage is good though. I like Vantage. Okay, so that's a big team. No shopping, no nothing. Yes. Well, on managing, what do you do? Award experience. But I don't have experience. Skills. Oh yeah, you can remove skills. Okay, I mean, I don't want to do that yet, but I do think provoke would be sort of better on someone else. So if I end up not using Shinon, I did just think that it was sort of wasted on Shinon. And I know in this game, if you remove skills, you can then assign them on someone else. It works that way, right? You basically get a pool of skills between all your characters. Septimus reminds me of Stardust. Oh, this is lunacy. Look how meager our force is, especially considering our proximity to Gallia. General Septimus, sir. We're only making the rounds this evening. We don't need a bigger force. No, you're wrong. Even now those bloodthirsty beasts are stalking us. I just know it, believe me. General, please calm yourself. You say this every evening, and yet we've never had any... Enemy fire! We're under attack, it's those Gallian beasts! The subhumans are attacking us! What? See? Now do you see, fool? I was right, I told you! Now, what do we do? Okay. Oh, Screamer is a bit... No, that looks like a green Unity favor, so one. Run down all who get in our way. Make your path of blood and bone. Advance, advance, advance! Yeah, that's fucking terrifying. Yeesh. Glad he's on our side. I see the family resemblance. Keep up, everyone. Let's get to work. We never actually saw Kainegis, like, fighting... Oh, that's, Fog of War? Yeah. That absolutely is Fog of War. Also, I'm loving the look on this map. I have to say, like, the big courtyard. I don't know. What I'm going to say is going to sound extremely weird, but I feel like Radiant Dawn really does courtyards very well. Tell me you have something like... You have Provoke, actually. Speaking of. Provoke and Resolve, that's a good combination. Level 25, 66 health, 65 capacity for skills. That's insane. Fang, Patlagus Stone. I was hoping something that keeps you permanently transformed. But well. 32 defense, 38 attack. Yeah, these guys are going to die. Okay. So there's Ballista and Victory is Screamer arrives in here, I'm guessing. So the objective is to cover Screamer's ass. That's like the thing, right? So I'd say yes, advance with as many units as we can. Guthrie doesn't have a lot of movements, so he can scout. Yeah, expecting something like that. Okay, how's Etarth looking? Yeah, it's basically massive damage, but not a lot of... Okay. Yeah, I'm I'm going to the big advantage and disadvantage of the Grill Mercenaries is I like most of the characters. Oh, by the way, that theme, that was like a true classic. Oh, only 8. Really? Okay. About here. You might have less damage than I originally thought. So I was saying the big advantage and disadvantage of the Grill Mercs is I know them, I already like them, so I'm going to want to use almost all of them, and that might become a trouble in the long run because obviously you simply can't use everyone. Okay, Rolf's bow doesn't seem crazy. I love this theme. I love this theme. It's a true classic. I've heard it a lot in the... It's one of the integral parts of the Path of Radiance mashup that you get in... Ooh, okay. Killer Axe against Javelin. Maybe not the best combination, but I do have Oscar here. Okay. I'd say on the exchange we win. Like now you have to move. You can move on the ballista, which I guess is completely fine. But yeah, that's pretty safe. That's pretty safe. I'm going to take the thicket just in case. No, actually, Wodao seems okay. And then Mist, right? Like Mist, yes. Next to Ike. Show. Can you show someone? How can you show someone that weighs more than you? Okay, whatever. Interesting. Yeah, so right now, like maybe you can divide and send some people to help Kaineges and the rest. But right now I'd say the right idea for me is to keep advancing on the left and clear the way for Kaineges. Right? Provoke in full effect. Wow, Shinon is tanky. 9 damage from a general, that's not a lot. That's a mage, that's going to hurt boys. 17, yeah, that hurts. Hellfire. It's a bit weird because when you start a new part, it's not as if the levels of people come down to you know, base class again. Not at all. Okay. For whatever reason, they would rather not attack Kaineges. Not Kaineges, Screamer. It's going to take a while. Sorry. So, come on, Screamer. You can do better than that. You can weaken the strong guy instead of killing the weakened ones. Okay. Okay, then another tiger that can reach there. A cat. A cat would be enough. But they have vulneraries and shit, so... Oh, and they get more reinforcements? Okay. Alright then. Oh, Soren can't do anything now. That's bad. We should be okay. So, yeah, the idea now would be to advance. Let's remember we have Super Kanto in here. Like, if Titania is able to kill someone, probably the mage. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty good. Titania takes you out, then she can advance a little bit and become an obstacle for the enemies. Okay, okay. Volume is a bit unstable. That was more in the way than I realized. Okay, I'm going to use some magic here just in case. It seems to me like Soren can't actually do anything, so once I move Rolf... Not Rolf, Boyth. Boyth will actually be the one to... Well, not to kill you, but he's going to weaken you and then I can give it to someone else. Okay. That's nice, that's nice. Now I was thinking Soren... Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Not you. You. We use something else. Elwind. Okay, then it's going to be Thunder for the 1% crit. I could get Adept. Please? Alright, there we go. Adept is 2 attacks. So that takes a kill. Nice work. Shinon is probably a good option to just snap you down. No pun intended. There you go. That kills, obviously. And now for the last guy I can use a combination of... We can initiate with Mia. Just do a bit of sword. That's 0%. I expected a low hit from the enemy, but not 0. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, Mia's strength is not enough to one round, it seems. But it should be okay anyway. Alright, Oscar. I think that works. We're actually going to wait there. Ike is going to advance with the Iron Sword. Okay, we have a Steel Blade coming. Ooh. I really thought you would be able to go over that. Yeah, as much as I want to give the kill to Mist, it's probably more important to just heal. Okay. And then Gatria should be ready to advance, and I can't believe it, but it seems like I'm giving a kill to Rolf. Another one. Didn't I give him already a kill before? If it wasn't a kill, it was a bit of chip damage. But yeah. Rolf... When I said I like almost every character in the Guild Mercenaries, really, the almost is because of Rolf. I'm not a big Rolf fan. I've never been one for... Like, my whole personality is being a kid and being a trainee. I'm sorry. Sorry to tell the truth. Okay, they killed one. I mean, that's to be expected. After a while, they are going to kill some of the NPCs. This other cat is also probably going to die. But if one of the tigers reaches the mage, that will be enough. Interesting, that's a pack of Lagoos that don't transform yet. Well, you one-shot the mage. That was a good use of your massive strength. There's another mage there. Yeah, the ballista are supposed to be used by me. And I already have Shinon advancing to the next one. Yeah, okay. I can see it. So. I mean, I have crit. There we go. That helps. If not, it was going to do a lot of damage to someone, so that definitely works. Maybe I shouldn't be so generous with my weapon usage. I mean, it's working. Maybe be a bit more conservative, because I'm using killers like there's no tomorrow. A coin. Why? What even is the thing with the coins? I just don't get it. Can you kill Gatria? Yes, well, I don't want you to. I don't really like Rolf, and I definitely don't like Gatria. Gatria, I don't know. The flirty gimmick only works if you're cool. Right? Like a fucking rando to be slightly creepy with Astrid in Path of Radiance. Like, I don't really care for him. Also, he abandoned Ike, like during the grill thing, and it wasn't for like. However stupid they may have been, Shinon at least expressed his reasons. Guthrie just was like, yeah, I'm doing this because I don't fucking care about anyone and because I'm just selfish. Not because I hate Lagus or anything. There's an Elfire coming. I mean, we survived that, so I shouldn't have to worry. But yeah, the guy is probably going for Guthrie or Boyd. No, he's standing in place and going for Ike. Maybe because there's more people coming? Or whatever. 29 hit. Oh! Exactly in the shadow. Right where I couldn't see him. Maybe that's why he went for Ike. Because there's multiple people that can go for Ike. Well. Ike battling a general, doubling. That's basically the difference in damage. That and the accuracy. Okay, still rocking the untransforms. Screamer is leading. That I can admire. If you can give me a bit of vision. Oh. That's I expected absolutely no one to be there, but that's a massive amount of enemies. Okay, Killer Ballista has to be used here, and the target has to be the fire. I didn't get a crit. But I got a level. Meh. I have better. Shinon can finish you though. Yeah. Oh no, he can't. What the hell? He doesn't have good damage. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like light magic, maybe? Whoa. I love the animation. I love it. I like how she also sticks the sword in the ground like Ike does. But in a more like cute way. Because you know, women. Sometimes Fire Emblem is like the most women, am I right, series in the history. Alright, the Tarth worked very well here. And I think I've heard a Tarth before. I think it's supposed to be like similar to a rapier. In the sense like it's the same type of weapon. I obviously understand it doesn't work like Fire Emblem Rapier, it doesn't have effective damage or anything. Now these guys are at max. Okay, I get the strategy. But the fact that the allied Lagus are untransforming is a bit ridiculous. Screamer. Whoa, okay. And no damage, alright. Yeah, it's either a mage or he's unkillable. That's what I'm getting. Weaklings, where is your general? Come out and fight, coward. I'm Screamer, General of Gallia. Oh no, they are drawing near. We're finished. We're doomed. Please be quiet, General, and hurt the troops' morale. Wait, where are you going? To safety. I must escape to Moogle. The beast wish to consume me. General Septimus, gutless coward, are you scared of these worthless subhumans? Okay, maybe Septimus escaped, but the other guy... I just saw his name and I forgot. The other guy stayed and he's the boss of this chapter, because after all this is a prologue, like it's not supposed to be that important. Oh. Now I should have enough vision to now see if the tiles on top of him are arrive or not. No. Looks like normal plane, which means we probably have to go to the very end of the map. Okay, I mean, that's fair, that's fair. Okay, hit is 41, yeah, that works. That really works. Now Titania will be in a bit of danger from the enemies coming, but aside from that, I think this was the right choice. Can go through the top. Okay, okay. That really works for me. Killing with a short spear and then falling back. I think that's the play. After all, Oscar... Maybe it's just a feeling, but he doesn't seem as tanky as Titania or I. So, yes, you know. Ooh, okay. It's not completely safe. At least there you can only get attacked by one unit as long as they don't have javelins. Yeah, only one can go for Oscar and Oscar doesn't kill them back. Rolf's Ballista has sort of become useless now. I don't love to see. Okay, well, we're together with a Screamer now. We can use him as a bit of a wall. The fire mages will obviously prefer going for tigers because the weakened tigers probably die to an Hellfire. And let's not even speak of the very weakened cats. And untransformed now. Yeah, there's a lot of bait here for enemies to take. So it's probably my best chance to advance with my actual controlled units. I think I can direct so that they aren't as aggressive, but I like them aggressive. And yeah, I'm going double Paladin plus Mist in here, because that way I can kill Oscar, he can counter only the bowgun, and I'd rather have the bowgun not in the rain. And I guess Soren and Boyd can also come. Yeah, okay. And it seems like a simple enough map. After all, it's a prologue. Okay. Well, I'd say the short axe was a good choice here. Now you prefer going for the untransformed guy. Obviously, you double. Fire probably kills. No. And maybe at 38 health it was a bit too much. Now that you're untransformed, however... how did you counter? You can attack while untransformed? Well, brave soldiers taking on the brunt of the enemy attack, but yeah. Lots of untransformed now. As long as you clear the way a little bit for me to actually sneak in with Ike, I'll appreciate it. Screamer going for the warrior. Ooh. Yeah, that works. And I can see there are the generals and they are probably surrounding the enemy commander. Oh, Ranulf is there. I don't think I saw that before. The way, does Screamer not untransform? Is it because he's not taking damage? Is it because... No, he's about to untransform. But he has a Lagus Stone, so he can transform right back. I'm not surprised that they would nerf Miss back down again. After all, her... The whole attractive of her as a unit in the original was that she wasn't that good. That you actually had to make an effort to use her, so they made her... They gave her like a personal weapon and everything, but that still doesn't make her good. It's still missed. Okay. Oh, Screamer untransforms, which is very good for me. Because finally, he's not going to take every fucking kill. You kill the healer. Okay. Is there anyone that can reach the boss? I don't think so. I think this is actually perfect for them to weaken some enemies for me. And I can be the hero in this situation. Take care of them. Yeah, he's walking. Oh, he transforms again, okay. Obviously, because of the Lagos Stone. But, why did you have to go there, bro? Why? I mean, I can see the end of the map already. It's just a matter of how I want to play it. And I think, yes, Oscar rescuing is probably the way. It's better if you do it from here, because then you can walk out. Yeah. And now I can go here, and if he was able to kill, that would be great. But obviously I didn't expect him to be able to do that. Honestly, this is cool. Who are you, swine? Why do you side with subhumans? I'm Mike of the Grill Mercenaries. I know that name. Have you forgotten the Apostle's kindness? Thankless fool, you shall pay with your life. Okay, Silvano. Droppable crossbow though. That's cool. What's a crossbow exactly? It's a crossbow. It's a bow. It's a bow. You need bow range. Okay. Well, I have some potential for healing. By the way, you can... No, you can't use staves. Okay. Definitely nerfed. Well then. You don't do anything. You don't do anything. The general isn't going to move. I'm just going to heal. I didn't check that the general didn't have a javelin. In case he does, I just got a bit of defense. Still great lance, okay. So they'll probably both go for Egg, but then I guess it's still okay. Yeah, not even going to bother moving Rolf and Shannon. If you excuse me. If I get a crit here, Screamer can escape. No dice. I can give it to almost anyone now, and you know who I'm thinking of, obviously. Okay, cool moving and transforming, but yeah, Screamer goes for the general. Expected. Expected. So I just need to take care. Basically, if you want to get the boss experience, you have to get close enough to the boss that Laguz can't access him, because they don't have one to range. So you just have to be here. I can do it with Thaik, but if I was able to do it with Mist... Oh, this has to be done. Come on. I'm forced to do that. I'll get a small bit of experience for free here. Almost a level. But yeah, I'm giving it to Mist. Wait, there are Beork among them? Why would Beork fight alongside humans? Yeah, this guy doubles and kills normally, but I'm able to take the kill with Mist. That has to happen. It's almost a full level. Subhumans, you dare to fight Benyon? There's no hope for you now. This will be your end. Mark my words. Nice crossbow. Yeah. That's the end. Screamer, please. Are you going to make me wait for everyone to move, Screamer? Seems you are. No. There you go. Thankfully, we didn't have to see all those max transformation gauge guys transform. That would have taken a while. Are we done? Yeah. The guards are dead and the rest of the troops fled to the east. We're in good shape. Bah. Is that it? I still crave blood. Find me more humans to kill. Civilians have no quarrel with us, and the soldiers who surrender have handed over their weapons. If this is all the fighting Benyon can give, this war will be over too soon. I wouldn't be so sure. We won this fight, but the Empire has a massive army. Don't forget that there was a time when Bennion ruled over us. You forget. That was before my time. Did you listen to a word I just said? Soldiers of Gallia, the battle is over. We have won. No human can stand against Legus. We are not done yet. We'll continue to fight, kill, and crush our enemies. What a stupid speech. Don't say things like that. I hear that King Kynegis of Gallia was not so different when he was young. So try not to judge so quickly. I don't know. That's really hard to imagine. I'm sure that the Screamer will settle down given time. But I hope so anyway. Victory awaits us in Mughal. We shall attack, conquer, and celebrate our victory. Alright. The Screamer just seems like a delightful guy. Not controlling him yet, and I've never heard his name, so he might become a villain in the end. That's also a possibility. I've been thinking, is this war something that we should really be fighting? After all, we know about Leran's medallion. Yeah, very bad timing for a cat, but as long as the Dark God sleeps within the medallion, the war shall not war. Is that what you mean? That's right. Our ancestors made a vow, and it's our responsibility to prevent the horror they strove against. Chaos is born of strife. If the land is covered in war, the Dark God will break free of the medallion and destroy the world. This war could easily spread across Telios, and the Dark God could be awakened. We were very fortunate during the Mad King's War, but it was a close call. Can we count on being lucky again? Already we are talking about a war between Bennion, the largest nation in Telios, and 3 Lagus countries. That's half the known world, and it's not over yet. Have they all forgotten about the possibility of the Dark God's rebirth? Hello all? Sorry to interrupt. Lady Titania, Soren, you're both very perceptive. I expect nothing less from the Deputy Commander and the strategists of the Grill Mercenaries. You don't have to worry though, the whole situation is under control. The medallion is under the protection of the Serenes royal family. Even if the god escaped, the Herons can control it with their Galdor. Rayson, Leanne, and Prince Raphael, was it? Years ago the hero leader Leran. Okay, I don't know if I knew Leran was a Heron. Leran, sorry, not Leron. So makes sense. Leron, Heron. Makes sense that it would be Leran's medallion that they inherited. Still the Dark God within the medallion. His descendants have therefore been taught how to subdue it with their Scythe magic. So that's the story. We'll be relying heavily on the power of the Grill Mercenaries. I'm counting on you all. Understood. We'll do our best to see this conflict finish as quickly as possible. Right, Tyke? Yes, of course. And that's it. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. I have to say, all the criticism I had at the beginning, I think it's still valid. Like, the war, for all the setup to this war they could have done during the 2 first chapters, like maybe if Rayson told us a little bit more about why he wants to go to Gallia, that he wants to convey a certain message to the people of Gallia, we could have seen this coming. Elincia was dealing with a civil war, so there I understand it. You know, that conflict being a bit more separated from the rest. But I still think for all the chapters we have already played in the game, the fact that there's a plot point that seems like it came out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, but like that it started so suddenly that even the characters themselves had to acknowledge how sudden and how, that escalated quickly. We are suddenly going in a war. Should we really be going in a war? Like, is a war a right thing? But I have to say, while that criticism is valid, they have sort of saved it a little bit for me with this last segment, where it seems like the focus is not so much on the fact on the war itself, but on what the war could cause for the awakening or the release of the Dark God in the Lérance Medallion. That, after all, is the central part of Path of Radiance, and I'm guessing it's also going to be very important in Radiant Dawn, because the Lérance Medallion is, the thing you see behind the title of every chapter. So yeah, if the focus of this and one of the ties that Radiant Dawn has to Path of Radiance, between many others, is Lérance Medallion, then I can understand the war being more of an afterthought. Not that the war is not relevant. I just want you to understand that it feels to me right now like the war is more of an excuse for certain things to happen. The war is not the final plot point. The war is not the objective that the story is trying to tell us. The war is something that is happening so that the story can tell us something. And yeah, I don't know exactly where it's going for now. As I said, it seems like Bennion is going to play a very central part. I'm excited to see if maybe we see a bit of politics in Bennion and Intrigue, because we saw that guy Lekain when they were representing what the Senate is about. So we might see what's his name, Sephiran, maybe playing a bit of a role inside the Senate, or maybe actually even contacting Ike to get our support against the people that are actually corrupt inside the Senate. Seems to me like both Sanaki and Sephiran don't really know about the Centers for Strategy. I actually think in Path of Radiance it was mentioned that Sanaki might know about it, but they don't agree with it, right? So if the rest of the Senate is attempting a cover-up, that could be a big thing, a big plot point. Yeah, I'm just, I'm enjoying the story. I can see a bit more of the criticism now. Like, this was a bit too sudden for my taste, but well, I don't play Fire Emblem for the story, and the gameplay is getting. Honestly, it has been very, very good throughout the whole game. I have to say that's one part where Radiant Dawn is clearly superior to Path of Radiance. Path of Radiance was a bit too easy. It's true that sometimes in Radiant Dawn, because the chapters are more difficult and they are also very long, I get a bit tired when playing, because suddenly a chapter can go on for like 2 fucking hours. But it's fine because you can't really complain about chapters giving you a lot of content, lots of dialogue, animations. They put a lot of effort in this game, and it's noticeable. So yeah, that was the prologue. There's still a lot of part 3 to be played, but that will obviously consider. Well, by the fucking face. That will obviously continue in the next part. So if you liked, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, it, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.